Hey y'all, it's JoJo here. So today I want to do a video about the pros and the cons for the second house tour, which I believe is called the Carli in Esmeralda Residential. Oh my God, it's early in the morning. Haven't finished my coffee yet. So let's start with the pros. The pro is that the price was very nice. It started out at 2.7 million. A couple of weeks ago, that exchange rate would have been 135. It's slightly over. I want to say 137 now. Um, the price for a quarter lot was 3 million, but you get a lot more land. The size of the Carly was very beneficial, was very much a pro because it seemed to be two living spaces. So you had the living room and the dining room on the first floor along with the kitchen. So if someone were to visit, they can have access to the whole first floor, and I would still have the comfort of staying on the second floor and having that whole space to myself. So that was awesome. There was also a lot of storage. There was a storage area right by the bathroom, which was amazing. And I wouldn't have to buy or make another storage lot in the back of the house. The walk-in closet. Every girl needs a walk-in closet. That walk-in closet was amazing. Um, that was very much a pro, and it would just be a matter of putting a door on there. You don't necessarily have to put cabinets in there. You can just put a door over that walk-in closet. So that was really nice. Um, the other thing was the windows. There were windows everywhere. There were windows on the second floor living room, windows in the kitchen, windows on the first floor bathroom. It was amazing. Windows everywhere. So would allow a lot of light to come in to the house. So that was definitely a pro. The other thing is a balcony. I want a balcony no matter what. I like to go outside and just sit and have my coffee. Unfortunately, I don't have a balcony here. It's a two-bedroom. I would have to go in the backyard, and I really don't want to do that. So that house had a balcony. It's just a matter of going out to nature. I, I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, to have a balcony would be amazing. And another pro is that the location here is very close to Centro. It's about, I would say about 10 or 15 minutes from the area of Centro. You're not going to exactly be downtown. That's another 10 minutes. So it takes about 20 minutes to get downtown if we're going to the strip of Calle 60. And I don't go down there that often, but if I needed to do some business down there on a daily basis or whatever, the access to going to Central would be very nice, and I can get there within 20 minutes. So that was a pro. And the Periférico, which is the main highway that surrounds Merida, is only 5 minutes away. It's only 5 minutes away. The next pro is this area is walkable to other stores, and the lavanderia that I use to wash my clothes. It's just a matter of walking to it. And matter of fact, there are a couple of fruitarias that are being built as we speak right now. So it's just a matter of walking there in the next, what, 10 or 15 minutes to go get some fruit and come right back. So that was a really good pro to have. And then the final pro is the low HOA fees. And I don't think they're called HOAs. I forget the name of them, but the fee is only 240, excuse me, is only 240 pesos, which is around 13 to $14, which that's not bad. All right, so let's go with the cons. So one of the number one cons is that this area is still under construction. I think it's at a 40% completion rate. Even though the houses across the street from me are, for the most part, finished, There's still a lot of construction for building behind the houses across the street from me, which causes a lot of dust, which causes a lot of noise. I went away for a week and I came back to the house and immediately I had to scrub down everything. Although I have windows, and for the most part, most of the windows were closed, I still had a lot of dust coming from the concrete and the dirt that was from outside inside my house. So I had to clean that up. So I don't like that. The construction causes a lot of dust to rise and just go everywhere. And then I think I mentioned the noise, the construction. Yeah, construction noise is not a fun thing. Imagine living in an apartment building that's 40% completed. That's the way it feels. So the next con is the fixtures. The fixtures here are a little inexpensive. For example, the sinks, they are the faucet itself. They're that little plastic metal. It's hard to describe, but it feels like it would break if you turn it the wrong way. So I really don't like the fixtures. The ceramic sinks are nice, but unfortunately they have the hose that feed through from the sink, the faucet itself, to from the drain to the outside sewage area, and they're plasticky. You know the P-shaped pipes that you have, and usually they are PVC or they're metal. Here, they're flexi plastic, and I really don't like that because it feels like it can come off at any time. So I kind of don't like the fixtures, some of the fixtures that are here. And another con would be the additional cost for things. So including another kitchen, I would have to pay for another kitchen. I would have to pay for the paving of a driveway. I would have to pay for the covering of a driveway, and that can run around $10,000 alone. And then raise the walls as well. And then the other con is for these particular houses, the Carlis, they're very big house. Unfortunately, they're on the same lot size as a 2-bedroom house. So the backyard is very small. You do not have enough room. You have enough room possibly for a patio set, and that's about it. But the backyards are very small. Sorry, again, it's the dogs. That's another con, the street dogs. And then Tansy, if you hear her, she's responding in kind. When she hears them bark, she barks too. So that's another con. And I think I mentioned about the corner lot, the only way that you would have enough space for possibly a pool, because I kind of want a pool too. I know that's a little frivolous, but I have experienced the hot days here, and it would be nice to take a shower and just relax in a pool. You would have to pay possibly additional $20,000 for a corner lot just to have enough space to put in a pool. And that's 3 million. That's 3 million pesos. So I don't know if I want to do that. And the other con is the lack of green space in the neighborhood. Again, the neighborhood is not completed. It's still in operation. However, the one completed area that I walk in when I walk Tansy, it still doesn't have a lot of green space. Yes, there's a lot of trees, but as far as grass or plants in the ground, there's not many grassy areas or plants in the ground surrounding the houses. The only place that there is a lot of grass and green space is in the parks themselves. So yeah, that's kind of like a con. It's not that many green spaces where the houses are there themselves. And I know this one is going to sound elitist. The other con is the lack of uniformity. So this place here is a semi-secured residential, but it just feels like it's a little city. It's hard to explain. It doesn't feel like it's somewhat of a provider. It feels like a little city. So everyone's doing their own thing, and you're paying an HOA fee for someone to have, I know I'm going to say, someone to have a refrigerator box on their driveway, only for that refrigerator box to just flow down the street and no one's doing anything about it. So, that's a little con for me. So those are the pros and cons for the Carli, which is the second house that I looked at. I will be posting more houses as time will allow it. I know I'm retired, but yeah, I have other things to do. So just stick around and check out the videos. Make sure you hit the notification button, so when something new comes up, like a new video of mine comes up, you will receive a notification for it. So if you have any questions, make those comments below. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button and share this with your friends. Again, I'm not trying to sell you anything, just trying to sell you a little happiness on what your life can be if you decide to take charge and just get the heck out of Dodge. So JoJo is out. Deuces. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.